Welcome to episode 2 of Tabletop News. Make sure you watch this video to the end to find out how to win an Indomitus box set. Hi folks, how are we doing? Top Table Steve here, and like I said previously, welcome to episode 2 of Tabletop News. Before we move on to this week's news, guys, make sure if it's your first time to the channel, you do click the subscribe button, hit the like button, it really does help us. And also if you click the bell, you'll be notified every time we drop a new video, and you don't want to miss some of the videos that we've got coming. So click that bell now. So as is going to be the norm, straight off the bat for news for us is Top Table News. What's happening here at Top Table Towers? Well, as some of you guys know, and as Jay mentioned in the previous episode, the studio has been getting a massive overhaul. This weekend we were down there again, and we actually got some paint on the walls, and it's starting to look like it's a studio that can be used. We are there tomorrow, which is Monday, and me and Jay are going to be putting all the wires in place, putting the TV screen on the wall, setting everything up that needs to be in there and getting rid of all the junk that's been amassing whilst we've been doing the refurb. So Top Table Gaming Battle Reports, hopefully, fingers crossed, will start being filmed at the end of this week. Also, before I go any further, I would like to just say something. Jay he kind of looked into the future, and he proposed that this week on the Warhammer Community News blog, we were going to get a little bit of a sneak peek that Quest for the Ring Bearer was going to be released or go up for pre-order next week. That wasn't the case. It has been a 40k domineering week again, and let's have a look at what was released at 6 o'clock this evening on the Warhammer Community thread. So hot off the press of reading it myself on the Warhammer Community thread is the 3 new starter sets. Now I did do a video talking about these further back, so if you check our back history, I'll talk a little bit more in detail about the box sets and what's in them, so do check that out. As well as that being spoke about in the community thread, also there are some new painting sets. Obviously there's the Space Marine side and the Necron side, and this is all to tie in with the factions that you get in the Indomitus box set, and it looks like these are going to be the staple of things that we're going to get going forward for this foreseeable of the duration of 9th edition Warhammer 40k. Already on the website we are seeing the end of your last chance to get the easy build, the older Space Marines and the Death Guard models, which are great models. So if you haven't got them, or you just want to bolster up the forces that you've already got, get them now, because soon you're not going to be able to get them, and it's going to be the Necron and the new Space Marine easy build sets that are going to take their place. On top of that, we have a Battlefield expansion, which basically looks like it's the bits that you get from the command set, starter set, that's got the terrain, the double-sided battle board and things like that, and it looks like a great set. I think it's something that you could pick up straight off the bat and have some smaller battles with. It's got the double-sided board, and it looks like it would actually fill that board quite well to play smaller games. But if you've already picked up the command starter set, this is a good bolt-on to get your bigger battles in and fill the battlefield full of terrain. Now I personally have not actually seen this terrain in hand, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it. As any of you guys who know me, I'm a big fan of terrain and boards that are very busy, so I will definitely be picking some of this up and getting some paint on it, and you'll be seeing it on the channel. So once that does happen and we can get our hands on it, we'll show you more detail, the terrain, and let you know what we think about it. But it looks awesome. Do check that out. So for you avid readers out there, they also announced that they have 3 new novels coming for Black Library. Do check out the link below for the Warhammer community if you're interested in that, and they will tell you more about those novels, which are coming very soon. So barring a little preview about the new White Dwarf and what's happening on Warhammer TV in the upcoming few days, that was pretty much it from the Warhammer community. No Middle-earth. Really thought we were going to get something. I thought we was going to get Aomer and possibly the Best of White Dwarf Middle-earth articles. Jay thought that we were going to get Quest of the Ring Bearer, but it wasn't to be, so we can keep our fingers crossed, and there's always next week. And obviously as soon as we hear anything, you'll see it here on Tabletop News. So another big thing that's happened this week was Gen Con Online. Now Gen Con, due to the global pandemic that is COVID-19, was cancelled this year, and they decided to take it online, which I think was a very positive move, and it was very good for the different communities, the gaming community as a whole and the hobby community as a whole, because it's such a massive event, and the way that they set out to do it online was pretty groundbreaking. It was a really nice way that they did it. I'm not going to go into every single little detail of Gen Con because this would be an hour-long video. That's not what we want. These are the highlights. So I'll show you some of the things that caught my eye from the Gen Con news this weekend. It's probably one of the bigger things, and something that was kind of expected, but we thought might have happened before now, was the announcement of X-Men coming to Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'll show some of these screens online now of the X-Men miniatures that were shown, but I know a lot of you guys are very interested in Marvel Crisis Protocol. And these look awesome. Jay himself is an avid collector of these models, and I know there's a few of our patrons who also really like this game. I'm looking forward to seeing these models in person. I don't play this game myself, but the models are absolutely spectacular. Who doesn't like superhero models? Another thing that came up was from Steamforge Games. These are a local company, and some of the guys over at Steamforge we know quite well. We're friends with, we're pals with. So it's always nice to keep one eye on what those guys are doing over there. They announced some new characters for their game, Godtier, which is a really good game. I've only had a couple of games of it, but really enjoyed it. And I do urge you to check that out if you haven't already. I know Jay and Will, who's one of our viewers, really like this game, and they've got some games in the past, and I'm hearing really good things about the way it's going and the way it's moving forward. As well as that, I think a lot of people really wanted to see something to do with the Gears of War card game that Steamforge are bringing out soon. And again, due to COVID, I think we may have seen this by now, but because of COVID, we haven't. And they were just basically saying, sit tight, it is coming. It's just been put back a little bit, so we've got nothing to worry about. On the subject of their card games, they did announce that they have a new card game in the pipeline, and it is Peaky Blinders. This kind of come out of the blue. I don't know if anyone else has seen this coming or had heard rumours. Peaky Blinders is something that you wouldn't really kind of tie into our world of nerdness and gaming, but I'm a big fan of Peaky Blinders. It's a great setting, and I'm really interested to see where they take it and how they make that work. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on that one. Then amongst other small things that I mentioned was their announcement of a new RPG coming in the final quarter of this year. They didn't reveal too much. It was very top secret, so keep your eyes out for that. If RPGs are the way you go, then this, I'm sure, is something that you'll find very interesting. I have a feeling that it's going to be something pretty familiar to us with the IP and things like that. The reason being is they didn't really want to show any stills or even blacked out stills or outlines or silhouettes, because they said that we would work out what it was. So I'm really interested to see what that is. So yeah, let's keep one eye on that and see what happens. And that's pretty much my highlights of the news this week. We are now moving into August, and I think that I always predicted August was going to be pretty exciting, especially for Middle-earth fans. 40k, the 40k release was always going to overtake everything, and everything else was going to get pushed to one side as far as Games Workshop was concerned, which is great for us because we've really got our teeth stuck into 40k, and we're looking forward to getting lots of 40k content coming to you guys. And obviously Middle-earth is our staple and where our heart is at, and I'm really missing some 40k news and releases. Come on, give it us this month, please. I'm confident it's going to happen. I think it will be Eomer and the White Dwarf book with all the different articles in. So hold me to that and hold Jay to Quest for the Ringbearer. I think Quest for the Ringbearer will come afterwards, but not too long after either. I think we might get a couple of weeks of releases, or maybe a week of release, week off, and then the following week, but we'll see. We'll keep everything crossed. Another thing we like to do on this show is have a look at our community and the spotlight and what they're doing. So every Friday we do put out a post on our Facebook group. Please do check out the Facebook group. It's Top Table Gaming Community if you're not there already. It's an awesome group. And if you want to have a chance to get your work or your models or whatever it is that you're doing shown on this show, you need to get over to that Facebook group and post in the Friday roll call, which we put up every week, and people are able to show off what they're doing, and it's great. The amount of enthusiasm that we get on there is fantastic. I really enjoy looking at everyone's stuff. So the first one from this week's that caught my eye was Joe Holzman's Rocket and Groot. These are really characterful minis, and obviously instantly recognisable. And I think he's done a great job with these. And as I said before, I don't play this game, but the models are spectacular. They're instantly recognisable, and it is just something that you can't help but admire. So that is great work there from Joe. Then Russ Charles Iron Fist Bikers caught my eye, simply because whilst I was skimming through, I was in the middle of painting my Space Wolves bikers, and the paint job that Russ has done is fantastic. This looks absolutely spectacular, and I'm looking forward to seeing this with all his buddies around him and in a full force. So keep up the good work, Russ, and yeah, look forward to seeing more of your work, pal. And last but by no means least is In Gold by Michael Breyer. I couldn't help but pick this one out because I am missing Middle Earth so much. It instantly sort of appealed to me, and I painted this model myself, and I know how much of a pleasure it was to paint this model. So I hope you had as much fun as I did, Michael, when you painted this. Yeah, it's a spectacular model. So that's all my highlights from this week, guys. The only thing left to do, any of you guys who watched episode 1 will know that Jay promised last week that we will show you how to win an Indomitus box set here on episode 2. And the way that we're going to do this is you would have clicked this video, fingers crossed, through a link on Facebook. So what we want you to do, we want you to share this link in your local groups where you think there might be people or gamers or hobbyists you haven't seen and are not subscribed to Top Table. And when you share it, tag either myself or Jay or both of us in that group. So you may not be able to tag us if we're not in the group, so we'll know that you've added, because obviously we'll get an ad request. We will accept by all means. Obviously we would love to be in as many groups as we can, and we'll come and join you guys. And for every share you do, you will get an entry. So if you share us in 5 groups, you get 5 entries, and it's going to be picked out of a hat, and we will announce the winner through the week. So good luck, guys, and get sharing. That's it for Tabletop News. July's done and dusted. We're moving into August. I'm really looking forward to what's coming. What are you guys looking forward to? Make sure you comment below any of the things that I've touched on that you have an opinion on. I would love to hear. Do you disagree with anything that I've said? Is there anything that you would have liked me to have covered in this show that I haven't done, that I've missed out this week? Please do let us know. But yeah, we want to keep this show going. We want it to be the one-stop shop for all your highlights, to save you guys trawling through the internet and all forums and Facebook groups, try to find the information that you need. We'll try and amalgamate it all into one place here and give it to you guys all in one lovely hit. So you guys will see Jay next week on episode 3. We'll announce the winner of the Indomitus box set. And in the meantime, look forward to more videos coming from the new studio very, very soon. Take care, guys. Keep washing your hands, and I'll see you all very, very soon.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Here at Top Table Gaming, we love bringing you content that you are going to enjoy. So don't forget, check out everything else on the channel. Have a bit of a look around before you disappear and watch your next video. We've got everything from unboxings, product reviews, battle reports, and everything else in between. So do have a good look around. Now, I do want to, before we carry on, give a huge shout out to our Patreons, which you should be able to see on screen. Without them, we couldn't do any of this. They help us fund the lights, the kits, the studio, and everything that is helping us create content and push forward for you as a channel. We don't hide the content behind a paywall, but we do have benefits such as free dice and free t-shirts for our patrons as a way of us giving back, as well as regular giveaways. So if that sounds good to you, do go and check out the Patreon page, link in the description below. And before you guys head out, make sure you head over to the Top Table Gaming community on Facebook. We've got over 1,500 members now, and it is such an excellent community that you should totally be a part of. Check out these videos on screen now, and until next time, enjoy your hobby.